Now, Turkey's economy was one of the world's fastest growing last year, and that growth had quite a positive impact on local companies and their profits. London-based business valuation and consultancy firm Brand Finance has now named the country's 100 most valuable brands this year. Topping the list is Turkish Airlines with a brand value of more than $2 billion. Turkey's flag carrier raised its brand value by 6% this year, overtaking communications giant Turk Telecom as #1 and Turkcell, which ranks third. The biggest climber on the list is Aselsan, which came in at 28. The defense contractor's brand value jumped 91% to $270 million. The total worth of Turkey's top 100 brands stands at $27.5 billion this year, almost unchanged from 2017. Now, Savio D'Souza joins me from London. He's the director of Brand Finance, a business valuation and strategy consultancy. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, my first question to you, why is Turkish Airlines doing so well? What's been the secret of its success?
Well, Turkish Airlines has some natural advantages. It is based in Istanbul, which is at the hub of East and West. It has great government support in the form of the new mega hub airport that is being built. It has a great educated workforce, has really low labor costs. And as a result, those are some good natural advantages that it has. Apart from that, it has managed to build a strong brand. It has done this by focusing on service. It has a unique marketing strategy. So as you may know, they fly to over 300 destinations worldwide, and a unique sponsorship strategy that kind of links it all together. So all of this has helped build good brand equity amongst these key stakeholders, and it has helped build brand value.
Okay. And Savio, let's look at the economic situation. How does that impact the brand growth?
The economic situation is important because we do all of our valuations based on local market conditions. So we look at the revenues in Turkish lira, we look at the local market growth rates, which, as you mentioned, has been very fast this year at about 7%, and we look at market risk. So what we have found is that market growth has kind of counteracted the higher market risk and the depreciating Turkish lira. So we are finding that Turkish brands are not growing as fast as we would have expected this year. So given that, even in spite of that, Turkish brands have done well, which points to a brighter future once the economy, continues to rebalance as we go forward the next few years.
Now, I want to ask you, how challenging is it for Turkish brands to go global and get that global brand recognition?
Turkish brands, they have a good advantage compared to some of its regional peers in that they have a big domestic market. So they can get big quite quickly and count on the local market growing quite quickly as well. And it also provides a springboard to go regional or global. So, for example, Turkish Airlines has done that quite well. And if you look at white goods, Beko is one of the largest white goods manufacturers and brands in Europe, for example. So there are examples of Turkish brands going global. However, it is telling that there aren't any Turkish brands in the top 500 global brands list that we publish every year. And this is...
Has there ever been? Sorry to interrupt you. Has there ever been?
There haven't been any Turkish brands in the top 500 list ever. If you look just across the pond, so to speak, in the Middle East, you have Emirates in the UAE, which is in the top 500 global list. You have QNB from Qatar, then you have STC from Saudi Arabia. So they must be doing something right that you aren't. So I think what the opportunity is for local companies and the government to treat brands as assets that you need to nurture and grow. because as you go more global, in a more global competitive environment, brands are a key differentiator.
Interesting. Savio, thank you so much. Savio D'Souza joining us from London.